Okay, so I'm trying to figure out, like, obviously I said I was going to stream today because I had the day off. My internet's still been giving me issues.
Hmm.
Basically, if anyone drives up my driveway, the internet cuts off because of the fact that I'm pretty sure the reason the internet keeps going out is because the cord that runs from the street to the house is getting run over constantly because we asked if they buried it. They said, "Oh yeah, we'll bury it here in like 2 to 3 days." Well, that
It
was 4 months ago.
it still hasn't been buried.
Yep. And so it's just like between the weight of the car and the cement underneath it, I think it's just been getting crushed.
Checks out.
And considering it's just your base coax, like it's a bit of a rip, you know.
Now, I may have failed the electromagnetic unit of physics, being physics 2, but I don't think wires should be treated that way, all things
Exactly.
considered. Oh my god. I'm so excited to play the Messenger again.
It's a good game. Also, I guess I should tell you something that's been going on with me today.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been playing Lego Star Wars, like trying to 100% all of the Episode 3 levels.
Yeah.
And I'm at the one where you fight Anakin, and I've only gotten this level to actually play through once. And that was the first time I did it because it actually broke in my favor.
How?
Like I have a clip of it. Like I'm supposed to get pushed back by Anakin using the Force, and then a bunch of rocks are supposed to fall. Well, he didn't push me anywhere near where he was supposed. Like he pushed me, but it didn't. I didn't actually get pushed until like 30 seconds later. And then after I finally got pushed, the rocks also fell.
Mm.
And that part right there is where it keeps, but my game keeps breaking. If I put it in free play or like story mode, it breaks there, and I can't get through it.
Odd.
In fact, I'm playing through the level again because there's literally an objective I have to hit. Like I have to find a mini kit at the end of the level, basically to 100%. And it's the last one I have to 100%,
Mm-hmm.
and it's pissing me off. Um, but I just ran into another glitch just now while I was explaining the last one, where uh, Anakin was basically using the Force to choke me, and there's like a filter that goes over your screen when that happens.
Mm-hmm.
Something happened. Like I wiggled out of his the Force choke, right?
Yeah.
And then this filter's still on my screen. Everything's blurry. I can only see 2 feet in front of Obi-Wan right now.
I mean,
I think Obi-Wan needs glasses now.
I can't imagine Obi-Wan's vision would be at its sharpest after being choked, even after he was released, if I'm being honest.
I mean, yes, but this is bad.
Hmm.
So like, yeah, no. For some reason, every time I get Anakin to the part where he like pushes me away and brings down the rocks, he becomes immortal.
Hmm.
So I can't deal the damage I need to get into the next phase of the fight because he's immune to all damage.
Checks out.
It's very infuriating.
Sounds like it. Man, now that I think about it, I'm still not entirely sure whether 10 minutes for a pre-stream is a good amount of time. Cause like, it's great to have banter beforehand, but also it's like 10 minutes where the stream doesn't even start yet, you know?
Yeah. You remember mine to be like 15 minutes, then it went down to 10. Now it's down to 5.
Yeah, I might
Pretty
start
much the
doing the
exact
same
same
thing.
reason.
Cause like, I don't know, early on I was concerned about getting like audio correctly, but I don't believe
But
I've
like
had any
now that you
major
have,
audio issues.
yeah, yeah,
Other than my mic dying, but that seemed to be primarily a Discord thing. And of course, accidentally plugging the Shadowcast in as an audio device, which was also a
yeah,
Discord issue.
yeah. That was funny
Because you'd
the
hear
other
me
day,
on
just coming
stream,
in.
right? But just
Yeah, I
not
hear
through
you on
Discord.
stream, but
Yeah,
not
that's
through
because
Discord.
Discord, for some reason, started recognizing the Shadowcast as the default audio device instead of my actual headset, and I was just like, what the fuck?
I think mine also used to do the same thing. My Elgato.
Yeah, that would check out.
Anakin, let me fucking.
Anakin, start panicking. I have a planikin.
This level is even worse with this filter that I'm forced to have on my screen right now.
Hmm.
This hurts. Yeah, I got to the point where he usually goes immortal. Yep, he pushed me. The rocks were falling, but not really.
Rocks
Now I'm
fell.
getting
Did
pushed
everyone
back,
die?
and now the rocks have fallen. Oh, because when he pushes me back and he makes the rocks fall, he's supposed to be on the side of the rocks that. Wait, no, what? He immediately tried to duel me, and then now we're on to the next phase. Okay, whatever.
So
I
what I'm
don't.
hearing is this fight's completely broken in this version of the game.
Yeah, you have to hope that it breaks in order for you to actually get through it.
Wow. That sounds great.
Now we're having a constant lightsaber standoff.
Mm-hmm. Does it
Oh,
work
because I have
as
to take the
intended?
droids over here. That's what
Are these the
is
droids you're
going.
looking for?
I'm so confused by everything that's going on.
You know, it just occurred to me that I was actually going to initially name this episode Shouts to John Gaiden. And then I, like, shout out to John Gaiden. And I completely forgot about it and named it something like that instead. But these are both relatively early on quotes that won't maintain relevance anyway.
Yeah.
So it'll be fine.
Man, of course, I finally get into a call with someone today, and my allergy is kicking up.
You love to see it.
Where are my drugs? Allergy megakin.
Megakin.
Oh, on stream, I can hear every breath you take.
That's odd. Let me move this a bit further away and hope that works.
Yeah. I had it, your stream was at like max volume, and I can just hear every breath.
Well, if it's at max volume, that would also probably explain it, but my mic was a bit close to my face.
I'm not hearing your breaths now, at least.
Alright, in that case, looks like it's about time to open up the game. Is it capturing properly? Let's hope so.
Seems to be.
Okay, we're good. At the western edge of a fallen world lies a cliffside village, harboring the last survivors of the human race, those who chose exile over death. They train day and night, confined to their hideout, their legacy cursed, survival their sole purpose. Legend warns of the demon army, bound to strike again, eager to completely eradicate humans. Fortunately, legend also tells of a hero flying in from the Western Ocean to bring protection and knowledge. On a day that begins like so many others, a young ninja is about to be visited by the Western hero, and sent on a perilous journey into this merciless world to carry a scroll paramount to the clan's survival. The Messenger. Here we go. We're starting the second platforming Let's Play. We're going to be playing The Messenger, which explains why this series is going to be titled Don't Shoot, because don't shoot the messenger.
Don't shoot. This man isn't black.
Alright, we're going to be calling our character Prot4G. Because I tried it out earlier, Prot4Gonist does not fit.
Huh.
Another day, and still no sign of this so-called Western hero. Training used to be fun, but all we do now is memorize boring prophecies. Demon army this and magical scroll that. Nothing's happened in centuries, so why are we still hiding? I wish I could just leave this place and go explore the world. Gather around, everyone! History lesson is about to begin. Oh great, another lecture. I guess I should at least show up this time. And thus we have been introduced to our protagonist. A young ninja who clearly takes his studies very seriously.
Our protagonist, Prot4Gonist.
Indeed. Right on time to try the new course. Show us your cloud step technique. Jump, hit, jump. So jump, hit, jump. Jump, hit, jump, hit, jump. This is going to be our main method of movement throughout the game, and it is a very good method of movement. Well, look who decided to grace us with their presence. Have you done your reading? Ever the rebel. What's the point? All we do is rot in this hideout anyway. I see that the importance of our ancestors' wisdom is lost on you, but let me assure you that the threat of the demon army is very real, and should they... Well, they're here. They have returned! This is all wrong. The Western hero was supposed to save us. Watch out! Well, everyone's dead. Old man, don't go. You're not ready. You have nothing new to say to me. I'm gonna go anyway.
Why can I imagine like old man's literally dying? Don't go. You're not ready. And like the ninja.
The future is now, old man.
No, like he literally just says what you said. You have nothing new to say to me.
Oh god. Burn it all! Bring the humans to their knees. Not so fast, big boy. Oh, and who might you be? Are you really all they've got? This guy really likes giving people the silent treatment, doesn't he? Pathetic! Prepare to die. That sound! Impossible! It seems luck is with you this day. Barmathazel! Yes, my king. Keep an eye on this worm. Certainly, my king. Count your blessings, ninja. My minions will make short work of you in the autumn hills. Are you the Western hero? Something like that. To be honest, I got here way too late. As you look like the most capable around here, I have a task of the utmost importance for you. Take this scroll and carry it across the island. You need to reach Glacial Peak's summit, where 3 sages will be waiting for you. But who are you, and why is this scroll important? You'll find answers along the way. Head for the village gate now. The Shroud of Night will be your only protection to make it through the autumn hills. Godspeed, messenger. You got the scroll. You have been chosen to be the messenger, tasked with carrying the scroll across your cursed world. Well, off we go. It sure is convenient the fires have already died down.
With absolutely no assistance.
Yeah. Well,
It
we've
must
made
be
it.
raining somewhere on the other side of the world.
We've made it to the Autumn Hills, where the Demon King promises his minions will be ready to make short work of us. Here's one of them. Wow. How powerful.
It took you 3 hits to beat him. That means he's really strong.
Indeed. That guy only took me 1 hit to beat, so he's not very strong. Obviously.
Obviously. Now, the real question is, how many hits does it take to beat you?
I've got 5 hit points right now in the top left, so I'm gonna assume 5.
Ooh, he's really, really strong.
Indeed. Ah, shit. Well, only one thing to do now. Go into the strange portal. That definitely won't be a mistake. Ah, the messenger. I wasn't expecting you so soon. What is this place? This is the shop.
Not there yet.
It doesn't look like a shop. Do I look like a shopkeeper? Anyway, so I'm this mystic character who will be mentoring and supporting you on your epic quest to save the world. All you need to do is take the scroll to the top of a faraway mountain, where 3 sages from my order will be waiting for you. Your order? Slow down, that was way too much text for one dialogue box. Look, just keep going eastward and make sure you grab all these time shards you see lying around. I can use them to upgrade your abilities and artifacts. First one is on the house. Enjoy! You got the climbing claws. Press against walls while airborne to stick to them. Need anything? What do we have to upgrade? We can get more health, or Strike of the Ninja. Strike of the Ninja is great because attacking projectiles will not only destroy them, but allow us to refresh our Cloud Step. So I'm just gonna go ahead and grab that. Let's talk about the climbing claws real quick. So, climbing claws? Oh yeah, you can press against walls to cling to them and climb at your leisure. Makes sense. The way everything looks, it just felt like I should be able to do that. Yes, that's why John Gaiden invented them decades ago. Who's John Gaiden? Never mind, just an acknowledgement I needed to get out of the way. I don't get it. Some will. Alright. Well, I get it, because I've played Ninja Gaiden before, but what is this place? Seriously though, where are we? Curious, are we? In time, you will come to realize that the question is not where, but when. That's it? Listen, I know you're still new to this, but you have to be pretty naive to expect anything other than cryptic information so early in your adventure. Wouldn't you rather go back into the action anyway? Just buy a health upgrade or something and be on your way. Kids these days. Any stories to share? Do you have any stories to share? Of course.
I return.
Here's one for you. There once was a servant who didn't know how to read. The day came where his master asked him to read something for her, to which he replied, "I'm sorry, my lady, I can't read." That reply immediately got him fired. So he went out in the streets looking for a tea house to relax and accept the bad news. When he couldn't find any, he reckoned he probably wasn't the only one to wish there was a tea house in his small town, so he opened up his own. It really picked up, so he built many more and became rich in the process. One day, his accountant asked him to review a piece of a document, to which he replied he didn't know how to read. The accountant, who couldn't believe his ears, said, "If you became a millionaire without even knowing how to read, just imagine where you would be if you could read." "Oh, I know exactly where I would be," the rich man replied. "I would be a servant." The end. What?
It's his turn out too, buddy.
I don't see how this applies to my adventure. It doesn't. You asked for a story. More like the long version of When Life Gives You Lemons. Alright, since you don't seem to appreciate me sharing some clever material for your next party, I suggest you move along. Fair enough. Before I go... Please don't touch the cabinet. Man. I already told you, the cabinet is off limits. Man. Believe me, you're not ready for what's in there. You think you can just barge into my lab and go through my stuff like you own the place? There's no skeleton in there, I promise. Hey, don't touch. It's empty anyway. Don't make me lock it. Why don't you put that curiosity to good use in the outside world, and maybe, I don't know, save humanity? If you touch that again, you'll have to sit through my boring story. I'm warning you, it's boring. It's philosophical. I'll even remove your ability to skip what I'm saying. This is your last warning. You better make sure you have some time ahead of you if you're going to touch that again. Please, I've got till 5. You asked for it. Don't say I didn't warn you. You know, it gets pretty lonely out here, so I have a lot of time to think. The one thing that keeps bugging me is this concept of happiness. Everyone seems to be looking for it, some pretend to have it, but no one can really explain what it is. I think I finally cracked that code. You see, everyone has goals, so you think, oh, when I have this I'll be happy, or when I achieve that I'll feel eternal bliss. Some people are looking for love or acceptance, while others simply hope Devolver will sign their kick-ass game. From my perspective, sitting here at the end of time and being visited by countless travelers, I came to realize something very important. Goals don't make people happy. They defer happiness into the future, to when the goal will be achieved. This can only fail because once you reach your goal, you are not the same person you were when you set out to achieve it. And what's more, your mindset is to choose something instead of enjoying what you have, or is to chase something instead of enjoying what you have. So there you have it. Happiness is not a goal or a state. It's a system. You optimize your environment and cherry-pick the people around you, so that every day you're just stoked to live your own life, and you don't need to defer any joys, because you optimize to the present moment. Now, I don't know whether that was cheesy or insightful, or even just annoying, but I need to optimize my own life, and that implies that you stop trying to open my cabinet, so I really hope I bored you to death. You should see what I did to the last traveler who got nosy. Hey, I heard that! Well, he started looping. In that case, might as well go continue on our journey. But yeah, we now have climbing claws. We can climb up, we can cling, we can slide down, and we can jump. Nifty.
Alright, I'm back again until my mom comes in here saying some stupid stuff.
Checks out.
Wait, have you already died?
No?
Oh no, yeah, you have access to the shop. So you're probably
Yeah. Anyway, there I demonstrated the utility of Cloud Step. It is very useful.
And it's gonna be interesting. For the first time you're doing a stream where I can actually commentate on what's going on.
Because you've played this
what's
before.
going on.
Indeed. Just gonna wait for that.
Now, you might say, the multiplayer streams, and I'll raise you a never dare.
This is true. I wasn't even going to say it anyway because of that reason.
His work is just like, no. Can't support your friend in his endeavors.
Simply not allowed. Time for the underwater portion. There are saws and such. In the meantime, we've found some blue enemies that throw an arcing projectile instead of one that just flies straight ahead. And we have made great use of our ability to slash through projectiles against said straight ahead enemies. We finally made it around that tree. I don't believe I've mentioned it yet, but if I were to get damaged, those green, like, gourd-looking things carry health, and they heal you by 3 points. They're pretty nifty, I must say.
See, obviously, after you finish your playthrough of Messenger on stream, the next thing you should, like, the next time you should play it is for the challenge run, and no damage
no death.
run, you know?
No damage.
Just no hit run.
Hmm.
You definitely have the mental fortitude for that, right?
Well, I've made it this far, no hit.
You're nowhere.
Indeed. I will say, there is an achievement for beating a boss in Chapter 4 without dying. So, we're still in Stage 1. Who knows, maybe I can get it in this run. I still haven't gotten it yet.
I feel like only Stage 4? That's not very hard at all.
It really isn't. It's still harder than you'd think, though. I've made it to, like, Stage 3 without dying before, but I'm not very good at platformers.
Believe me, I feel that. I think the only platformer I made, like that I'm even decently good at is, I mean, I guess it is kind of inherently a platformer, but at the same time, not really. It's Cave Story.
Understandable. Also, there are some blocks we can destroy here.
Cave Story is such a good game.
I still need to play it. I don't know why I haven't yet. I own it.
Well, I guess you know your next platformer.
Indeed. Artifact of some kind. Crush.
So, it seems you're one to wander off the beaten path.
What was that big green object?
Oh, you mean that thing you just smashed instead of collecting? It's a power seal. There are many others like this one, but to be honest, I'm not really sure what they do. I can tell you that finding them all is optional, but if you're the kind of adventurer that likes to go for the extra challenge, you'll want to keep an eye out for hidden rooms. And who knows, it may or may not unlock an overpowered upgrade. Anyway, I'll be in my shop.
Speaking of keeping an eye out for other rooms, there's more breakable blocks here that I can't seem to touch, so I guess we're just gonna move on.
Oh, the ground there?
Yeah. As someone who is not very good at, but still enjoys playing the original Ninja Gaiden, this really does feel like if Ninja Gaiden wanted to provide an experience that wasn't just pain.
Understandable.
I know that's what they were going for, but they did a really good job at it, I must say.
What, Ninja Gaiden's pain, or the Ninja Gaiden without pain?
Ninja Gaiden without pain. Ah! Well, there's the pain. I finally got hit. You hate to see it.
Damn, you failed.
Anyways, we may speak to the shopkeeper once more. Need anything? Let's have a little chat. Level boss.
Looks like you're almost at the end of this area. Did I forget to mention there is a giant leaf monster guarding the exit? You did. Haha! That look on your face. Don't worry, my dear adventurer. Leaf monsters only come out during a full moon. Oh, is it a full moon right now? Yes. Oh,
Yeah?
that's... I didn't mean to. Well, good luck. Well, leaf monster time. In the meantime, I think what I am going to do is I would like to pick up the energy shuriken as well as the extra health. And conveniently, I can still afford second wind. Press A while being knocked back to do an air recovery jump. So I can basically get out of hit stun faster, which is very nice. In the meantime, well, there's the leaf monster in question. Bonk. He is immune to damage while he has his leaves on, so we must first get him to throw the leaves at us, and then we can damage him. Bonk. All in all, not a very difficult boss. Just keep mashing attack against him while his leaves are off, and yeah, you'll get him eventually. On the bright side, we have made it out of the Autumn Hills. Forlorn Temple. It's much nicer and greener. I need to see something real quick. Indeed, there's a time crystal deposit here. You just keep smashing this thing, you get tons of money. It's nice. Let's chat about the current area. Forlorn Temple, huh? That's a sad one. How so? Haven't paid much attention during history lessons, have you? Adventurer types rarely do. I get it. So the short of it is, that four-headed monster who would have killed you earlier if that cooler-than-you hero hadn't intervened, that's the Demon King. He brought his armies to the human realm many centuries ago and destroyed their stronghold, forcing them to retreat into hiding. And he's been sitting on their throne ever since. You mean this is all that is left of the human legacy? For what it's worth, I'm sorry. No way! I will go and take down that Demon King right now. You wouldn't be the first to try. Well, I can't just stand by while some evil monster gloats over my people's misery. You are still too weak to consider taking on even his second in command. I'm going. I bet you can't even make it to the entrance without falling into the pit. Watch me. Oh, I will. You have any stories? Do you have any stories to share? Of course, here's one for you. There once was a princess looking for a suitable husband. She sent an invitation to all neighboring princes, stating that the main trait she was looking for was sensitivity. Contenders came and went, attempting to pass her test. You will be my guest tonight, the princess would explain. All I need you to do is sleep on that pile of mattresses. The next morning, she would ask them how their night was. I had the best sleep of my life, each would reply, confident that they had proved they didn't fear the dark, or that they could be easy guests. They were all promptly dismissed. One day, an especially sensitive prince reported he couldn't sleep at all. I don't know what was up with that pile of mattresses, he went on. It looked comfortable enough, but when I laid on it, it was like I had a fork stuck in my kidney. They got married the next day. Oh, everyone knows that story. There was a pea under the pile, so that someone who's extremely sensitive wouldn't be able to sleep. Yes, but you ever heard what happened after? For the first few weeks, everything was amazing. The prince would always complain. Just the guy she asked for. When the soup wasn't too hot, it's the cutlery that was too cold. When the music wasn't too loud, the paintings were uninspired. And when the clothes weren't itchy, the poems were predictable. Until one day, just like that, it dawned on the princess that she was in a toxic relationship. Not only was her husband a drag, she had voluntarily picked him for that exact reason. It dawned on her just like that, how this whole love story was nothing more than two people whose dysfunctions matched like puzzle pieces. Incredibly humble by Regal standards, she realized that she was the only constant in all her problems, delved into personal growth, then got a divorce. She lived happily ever after. The end. What a story. I don't believe I can afford any upgrades yet. I cannot. But apparently we can swim faster. Restore our energy upon killing enemies. Wait, what?
This game's writing is fucking amazing.
It is great. The shopkeeper in particular just steals the show whenever he gets to speak. I love him.
Oh yeah.
Well. Well, we tried.
Oh, you scared me. I thought you were an undead.
What kind of creature are you?
You've never seen a Phobkin?
Phobkin?
We are a tribe of builders. Technically very hardworking, but every one of us is cursed by a unique fear which we are named after.
What's your name?
Necro.
Necro? So you fear the dead and somehow ended up in the catacombs.
Ironic, isn't it? I fell while trying to repair the temple ruins above, and was instantly paralyzed by all this morbidity. Anyways, thanks for snapping me out of it. I really should get back to work.
Convenient. Who knows, maybe he'll fix that bridge for us someday.
I really like those little guys.
They're great. Come on. Don't think I don't see you, Breakable Blanc. Another time crystal deposit. We love to see it. More money.
I should be having food.
Hey, what?
I said I should be having food soon.
Ooh, we like food here.
Food is good. Probably doesn't
Oh.
matter when I'm like starving.
Hmm. Ah! A tall sorcerer. He has summoned his minions to fight us. Ow. Not the most impressive minions, but they did manage to get me just a little bit. There are a lot of platforms in this place that move, and if you get crushed in this game, you instantly die. So we're just gonna try and avoid that. In the meantime, upgrade time. I'll be taking that faster swim, personally. Also,
What's with the big mysterious chest? It appeared when you smashed your first power seal. You still need to smash 44 power seals to open that.
alright, guess we'll keep looking out for power seals then. Surely there's something over here.
I'm trying to think of anything to say for commentary, right?
But it's just like,
But
there's not much until we get to like boss fights or particularly notable rooms.
yeah. But so in the absence of all sort of like helpful commentary,
Mm-hmm.
my brain is just filled with. Have you ever heard of the tragedy of Darth Vader's the Lie?
You know, I was considering that because exactly the line, ironic, isn't it? I wasn't gonna bring it up, but we can bring it up now because we both thought about it.
Ironic, isn't it?
I could save others from my fear of death, but not myself.
Great. Although, Emperor Palpatine is not Darth Plagueis, he's Darth Sidious.
I know. He still told the story of Darth Plagueis the Wise.
Yep.
He could save others from his fear of death, but not himself. Bonk. I just realized I haven't really been using that projectile we got a while back, so I'm gonna be trying to make a bit more use of it. But yeah, you just shoot out like an energy shuriken, and it does some funky stuff. Down here is just a preview of the room ahead, so you know what you're getting yourself into.
I'll be back in a moment.
Conveniently, having a faster dash allowed us to entirely skip that section of the room. I'm not even gonna bother killing those guys, even if they drop time shards. They're too much trouble. Also, if they ever get sent off screen, they just respawn right away. Those enemies just kind of teleport around and shoot projectiles every once in a while. They only take 2 hits to take down, one to stun and one to actually finish. So they're not terrible. There's that tall sorcerer again. Ow. Just after saying they're not that bad even. Now seems like as good a time as any to make use of that projectile, as it gets blocked twice in a row. Bonk. And now a room where the walls chase us. Not that bad, in all honesty. First we climbed, and now we must descend once more. Bonk. And now, a particularly treacherous room. I don't believe I've gotten hit by that big spiky ball yet, but if I'm not mistaken, it does do a very hefty amount of damage. I don't know how much to be exact, but a lot. Let's make our way through here. Bonk. If you picked up the upgrade that lets you destroy projectiles, this room can really demonstrate the power of Cloud Step. Let's pick up that energy. And looks like we're ready. I believe I forgot to visit the shopkeeper earlier in this place, really. Or no, I visited him. Anyway, let's have a chat. I listened to his story, I believe. Anyways, let's talk about the Demon King.
Hey, how did that epic raid on the Demon King go? Did you manage to save the world and restore your people's honor?
It's not fair, the bridge was in shambles.
Well, we wouldn't have much of an adventure if you faced off against the big villain right away now, would we?
He's not wrong.
Hey, you made it to the catacombs.
Okay, anything I should know?
Not really, it's pretty standard stuff.
Skeletons?
And bats.
Oh, evil wizards too?
You bet. A necromancer even took over.
Spooky.
Cliched. I suggest that you get this area out of the way. There are more original ones lined up.
What do you do here?
I study magic.
Can you teach me?
Not really. Why not? Because you're not ready.
Ready for what?
For magic. Come on, you just asked.
No, but I meant...
Believe me, learning magic is a lot harder than following a conversation.
He's right. Do you have any stories to share?
Of course, here's one for you. There once was a poor old lady who had nothing in life save for a small shack and a pear tree. Her name was Madame Misery. Her whole family ate misery, and sometimes there wasn't even enough misery to go around. One day she was visited by a starving beggar who asked whether she had any food to spare. She didn't, but her heart was as big as her situation was unfortunate. So she served the beggar a few clumps out of the tasteless broth she had been simmering, then invited him to help himself to a few pears. The beggar removed his cloak, revealing himself as a deity. He was disguised as a beggar to see whether there was any kindness left in the world. Touched by Madame Misery's generosity, he offered to grant her a wish.
Let me guess, she didn't want anything, and it's immoral about living frugally.
No, this is good, let me continue. She mentioned a lot of people were stealing her fruits, which jeopardized her chance to eat every day. Her wish was simple, an enchantment on her pear tree so that it would trap anyone who stole from it until she decided to free them. The divine visitor granted her wish and took his leave. Time went by and she scolded many thieves, but soon realized that most of them were starving children. She decided to take it upon herself to feed and educate them, and soon became the pillar of a thriving new generation. Ever happy and generous, Madame Misery got so old that her face looked like an elephant's knee. And then one day, Death came for her. Death, following the protocol, inquired about her last request. "I would like to eat one last pear from my tree," she said. "Would you be so kind enough to grab one for me?" Death climbed into the tree to grab a pear, getting trapped in the process. The old lady decided to never let Death out of the trap, and since then there has been misery in the world. The end. Right?
What's the moral? Being selfless justifies being selfish later? Generosity begets misery?
I don't know, it's a fairy tale for kids. I just thought the idea of Death trapped in the pear tree was interesting.
Fair enough. Well, we might as well discuss the boss.
I believe you have reached the Necromancer's doorstep.
Any advice?
Very little is known about this villain.
Okay, so no advice?
Dodging anything that looks like evil magic would be a good start.
Wow, great help.
Well, I also recommend looking at my inventory for any useful upgrades.
I really appreciate all the support.
Look, the Necromancer is a newcomer. All we know for now is that he plans on taking over the world with his undead army.
All we know?
Sorry, I meant I. All I know. I'm totally on my own here.
Yeah, okay. You're definitely on your own, obviously. Well, we can't afford any upgrades, so might as well get going then. There he is!
And with his army of undead, everyone will soon fear the mighty Ruxton.
What now? We have a visitor.
I don't have time for visitors.
Well, he seems to have time for you.
Oh great, just what you think you get to play with your evil lab.
Do I have to remind you who's in charge here? Now say something threatening and try not to embarrass us like you did last time.
Oh, I've been practicing. Watch this.
Well, I guess he's not that tall after all.
Who dares enter my lair? Uh-oh, is that the messenger?
Looks like it.
What do we do?
Steal the scroll, of course.
Good plan. On guard, face the mighty might of Ruxton the Great.
Alright. Ah, shit. Conveniently, we can still slash through projectiles. However, he has a few attacks. He'll try to shoot us, and succeed, I guess. He will also sometimes step on that floating skull platform. And if he goes up here, he casts a sort of rain on us, and I am not doing very well. I don't want to talk about it. But what we can do, we can cling to the wall and shoot a projectile at him. Great plan. Or, alternatively, we could just cling to the wall, wait for the thing to come close enough, and then shoot him from there. He's somewhat tricky, especially if your sword doesn't decide to slash through projectiles properly.
I yield.
Wait, I don't.
It's over. This evil thing is clearly not working out for us, no matter how many skulls we slap onto ourselves.
Any suggestions, then? I'm listening.
I don't know, just something else.
Like what?
Introspection will be a good start. What has all this brought us, really?
Ridiculous. I'm sticking to evil.
Oh yeah? And how are you going to accomplish anything if I'm not carrying you?
Well, I could. That's...
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. It's settled then. Carry on, messenger. We promise not to cause the world any harm.
Fair enough.
Oh no, you killed the funniest characters!
Nah, he's still alive. They're still alive. We did, however, defeat them in combat. I also think that this place does a pretty good job of demonstrating the utility of Cloud Step as well.
Makes sense.
Fog. This place has a bunch of, like, levers and such you hit to open doors. It's pretty neat.
Need anything? Bamboo Creek. That must be a sight for sore eyes after your trek in the catacombs.
Sure is.
Do make the best of it. This place is as close to a day off as you'll get on this adventure.
I'll try, I just didn't know something so cheerful existed.
I guess that says more about your mindset than about the world.
What are these crystals I'm collecting?
So you're a touch the unidentified magic object first and ask questions later kind of guy.
He's got a point.
They're time shards. I can use them to augment your abilities.
How does it work?
Exactly the way we have been doing it so far. You select what you want and give me the required amount of shards so I can do my thing.
I meant the spell itself.
It's complicated. But I'm curious.
And I'm
I
busy.
don't think your tiny brain could comprehend.
I mean, we haven't had much, we haven't had many clues that our messenger is a very intelligent character to begin with, if we're being honest.
That is... Food is here. I'm sorry.
Yay. You have any stories to share? Of course I do, but now is not the time. Why not? You're in Bamboo Creek. This is as sunny as it gets in this here cursed world. So I suggest you take the opportunity to play outside. Bye now. Well, it was worth a shot. We also can't afford any upgrades yet. I missed that. Ow. Just gonna come up here for these optional things. And a heal. This is not at all what I meant to do. But yeah, all we gotta do is open the doors and get to them fast enough before they close. Also, here's a fun little thing. It's a platform that rises as we strike it, so we can keep cloud stepping off of it. Pretty neat if I do say so myself. Enemy. For the record, I typically don't perform very well against this guy. Well, guess he's gone. Not much we can do about that. But what we can do is come over here. Now we have some enemies that you have to strike at the correct part to destroy. If you miss, then nothing really happens, but they don't die. So let's go gather some more money, get some health and energy, and head back. Ow. Rude. Why am I like this? Alright, I should be able to afford something this time. I'm going to pick up the health drop upgrade before I pick up the key drop upgrade, I think. Because I apparently am not very good at managing either resource. Let's just come down here. Pick up that health. Bonk, bonk. More of these enemies. If we strike at the correct part, they are no issue whatsoever. Man. Ow. We're getting some big open rooms here. Pick up that health. Bring this up to us. Ow, rude. Come back here! There's a save point for us. Now we come down here. For the record, I hate these, like, weird cloud demons that come from the side. They remind me of Medusa heads from Castlevania, and I suck at that game. I mean the original Castlevania, for context. Though I'm not sure how often Medusa heads appear now that I think about it. I don't know, I'm not super big into Castlevania, but, great series still. Well, there's my first death, unfortunately, caused by the Medusa heads in question.
Oh, a new customer.
What happened?
I almost died just there.
Strictly speaking, you did. Huh? But how?
My name's Quarble.
Horrible.
At your service. I'm the one you never would have met had you any skills. The gist of it is, I have a magic ring that allows me to control space and time. So whenever you are about to die, I will appear to stop everything and teleport you back to the latest checkpoint.
Okay, what's the catch?
Well, for one, you will still feel agonizing pain every single time. Also, I'm keeping track of your debt in my little notepad, so I'll stick around to steal your loot until either we're even or I am bored. I mean, I can let you die if you prefer. It seems we have a deal. Glad we see eye to eyes. Carry on then.
Well, now we've got Quarble here. He steals all my stuff. But you know what? I don't want to talk about it, that's what.
A whopping 6 time shards accumulated so far. I'm glad they assigned me to you.
I don't want to talk about what happened there. We're not going to talk about it. Let's just be a bit more patient. That's more like it. Anyways, yeah, Quarble will steal all your stuff, but frankly, it's not even that bad because he just kind of steals pretty much everything on your way back to where you were. So it's like, it's almost more like a measure to prevent grinding after dying than anything. This is not a great place to have ended up. Ah! Okay, this is unfortunate. If someone's watching, you can pretend you just wanted to show them how I always have random contextual insults when you die. Yeah, that's why I'm keep dying here. It's just to show off Quarble's dialogue now that we have him. Nothing else. Obviously, it's just that. Yeah, there's a reason I've died 3 times here, obviously. Ow. Ow. I'm definitely not awful at this game. Alright, we finally made it further than we have before, so we're just gonna keep going. And Quarble has left us. He has stopped stealing our loot.
Turkey sub.
I definitely did not 3 times in the time you were gone.
Okay. I double checked it with the stream because I'm pretty sure I heard you say something. I'm pretty sure I heard you say it a way that wasn't right. And I was right. You just straight up said, I definitely did not 3 times while you were gone.
The missing word there was supposed to be die. I definitely did not die 3 times while you were gone.
Yeah. I understood.
Only a fool
but I just
would
had to
do
make
that.
sure that I heard it wrong, you know? Well, that I heard it right, you know?
Yeah, you did. I'm just not good at English, apparently. Anyways, we're just gonna... There's some stuff down here, apparently. And it's a time crystal deposit. We love to see it. Money is my favorite. Which explains why I still haven't set up a donation thing, but you know what? We'll work that out later. let's talk about the level boss. So I guess the boss is up next? A boss in Bamboo Creek? That's a good one. Well, with the layout, you know, perfectly centered gate, symmetrical lanterns, no scrolling, I just thought... Look, you're perfectly free to hallucinate patterns and try to make sense of them, but I believe I told you this place was like your day off. So? Well, would you fight a boss on your day off? Probably not, but to be fair, I also probably wouldn't die 3 times on my day off either. Exactly.
I would.
Understandable.
Speaking of which, I could take my second one right now. My second death. Just me.
Perfectly normal thing to do on your day off. But yeah, I guess we're headed out of here then. Huh. There really was no boss. Would you look at that? Maybe? Nope. Nothing there either. Into Howling Grotto we go. Also, I was wrong about the achievement. It's Chapter 5, not Chapter 4.
Understandable.
I just kind of forgot where things were.
It would be even funnier if the achievement was for taking no damage to a boss in Stage 3.
That would be pretty funny.
I'm pretty sure Bamboo Valley is Stage 3.
Bamboo Creek does not have a boss, and yeah, it's Stage 3. I fell in a pit. That you did. That gap is way too wide. There's no way I can make a jump. This reminds me of a story. A long time ago, warriors of the Squirrel Clan invented a way to soar through the skies. Touching on a freedom humans could seldom dream of, some would mistake them for gods. Incredible. Yeah, whatever. Here's a wingsuit. You got the wingsuit. Press and hold A while airborne to glide. Deploy over geysers to fly upward. Need anything? Let's talk about the wingsuit. Thanks for the wingsuit. You bet. Don't forget to try it out by pressing and holding A while airborne. Why was it free and not the other upgrades? Because it was mandatory to your progression. You can't save the world if you're stuck in a pit. Will there be more freebies in the future? There's only one way to find out now, isn't there? What do you mean? I mean you should carry on with your quest while letting your heart know for sure that this here cursed world and its inhabitants have a lot of surprises left in store for you. Welcome to the Howling Grotto. Do people live here? Some cave-dwelling creatures used to, a long time ago. They built structures from the streams of emerald running through the rock and believed the wind was the breath of a god. Anything I should know? Not really, other than it's gliding time. Well, that wingsuit I gave you. Yeah? Sorry, I don't have enough contextual data. I meant to say something that would make sense regardless of whether you had already used the wingsuit to ride the wind tunnels. You're being awkward now. What's wrong with you? I gave you something that virtually lets you fly and you'd rather stay here and chat? Yeah, I'd rather stay here and chat. You have any stories to share? Of course, here's one for you. There once was a king who had a pretty rough time managing his emotions. Experiencing nothing but extremes, he would always feel either too excited or too depressed, which caused him to never get anything done. Just as he was about to lose all hope of getting his life together and be a viable ruler for his people, he was visited by a traveling relic hunter. To rid the king of his woes, the relic hunter gave him a magic ring, promising it would make him sad when he is happy, and happy when he is sad. It worked like a literal charm, and the kingdom became very prosperous as a result. When the king passed away, the castle's wizard promptly grabbed the ring to finally try and understand the source of its power. As it turned out, the ring wasn't magic at all. But how could a non-magic ring make you sad when you were happy, and happy when you were sad? Any guess? Not really. It had a small inscription that read, "This too shall pass." Whoa, that's deep. It's more than deep. I just gave you the cure for anxiety through a fairy tale. Thanks, shopkeeper. Hey now, don't push it. Neat. Anyways, we now have the ability to unlock Aerobatics Warrior. Wingsuit attack.
You now have the ability to no longer feel anxiety.
Wait, what?
You
Yeah,
now have
the ability to no longer
longer
feel
feel
anxiety. It's a wonderful ability, to say the least. Anyways, if I didn't pick that up, I would not be able to attack while the wingsuit. But I did pick it up, so now I can. But yeah, we can now somewhat glide. It's pretty nifty if I do say so myself. These stalactites, by the way, will fall and damage you if you were under them. Ow. Ow. Speaking of falling and being damaged.
As you show.
There's literally only one issue I have with the wingsuit, and that's that if you have a cloud step stacked, you have to double jump before you can activate the wingsuit again. But that's like literally my only issue with it. And even then, it's not that bad of an issue, because you can cloud step in a pretty short manner.
Yeah.
Ah! Ow. Conveniently, even though I just got hit, there's more health and a time crystal deposit waiting for us. We do love to see money here.
Money, 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 money.
Ow. Can I... There we go. That's more like it. All around, I will say this is a much more creative and, like, unique feeling cave level than the catacombs were. So when the shopkeeper said there were more original areas lined up, he was not lying. Fool, you missed. Ow, that one didn't. Who would have guessed the rock golems that throw bouncing projectiles would be more accurate than the actual literal rocks falling on my head?
Huh, I don't know. Literally anyone?
Anyone would think to do that.
Who would have thought? Who would have ever thought to use lightning on a robot?
Anyone! Everyone would think to do that. God, I love Final Fantasy VII Mission Abridged. Even though Team 4 Star canceled, or, like, finished Dragon Ball Z Abridged, that does not mean the rest of their content isn't good.
Oh yeah.
If people ever gave up on Team 4 Star, I would highly recommend they check them back out, because they've still got some great stuff in the works.
I am so upset that there's like they only did one episode of a specific anime.
Yeah.
AOT.
Understandable.
Like they do so well with it, and then they just leave it.
It do be like that sometimes, unfortunately. Do you have anything new to tell me? No. Oh well, at least I can,
Oh no, the messengers found the old man dying in the dirt again. Would you have anything new to tell me?
Oh god, I forgot about that. I'm gonna make our shurikens better.
You gotta admit, it's a kind of funny bit.
It is a pretty funny bit, I'll give it that. Ding. There we go. Definitely worth it. Ow. I like how I said I'd make my shurikens better and then immediately proceeded to not use them.
Yeah. So I have a question there.
A question, you say?
Yeah. Out of all of like the Star Wars characters that you know of, I'm not gonna say like all of them in general, because you may not know all of them in general.
Yeah.
Out of all the ones that you know of, which one do you feel like you identify with the most?
Probably, if I had to be honest, I feel like I identify most with, like, Clone Wars Anakin. I have no idea why. Either that or Clone Wars Obi-Wan. Clone Wars Obi-Wan is hilarious.
They are. It's like, Clone Wars is a really good fucking story.
It really is.
Like, a really good series and everything. Like, all the characters are pretty good.
Yeah. Like, I think it has a bit of a rough start, but it's only a bit. Like,
yeah.
It's still really good for pretty much all of its running otherwise.
Exactly. Want to hear the character I identify with most?
Who?
Gonk Droid.
Gonk Droid? Everyone loves
Gonk
Gonk Droid.
Everyone! Oh, run, 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 run!
More money, my favorite.
Well, Kyle, definitely this. Move the soda over the door. Yeah,
Ow.
yeah.
Grab some of
Gonk
this.
Droid.
Everyone loves Gonk Droid.
See, other than Gonk Droid, I had to actually think about that for a second.
Definitely someone from Clone Wars for me, though. I haven't even seen much of it, but it's a great show.
Oh yeah.
Well, I hope you're up for a challenge.
Why?
Because something big is up next.
I
What?
think Ahsoka, you know, just generally annoyed
Yeah.
with all the tasks that she's been given, constantly questioning orders.
Yeah, Ahsoka's very relatable. Like, she might be, like, super whiny and stuff early on, but, like, she definitely develops into a great character later on.
Oh yeah.
I know that's
Especially
the
when she,
whole
like,
point.
actually starts doing her, like, especially when she actually starts, like, understanding and doing shit.
Yeah, like, I know that's the whole point, that Ahsoka's a character that was meant to develop and sort of grow up along the way, but either way, she's a fantastically written character all around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's just say you're about to fight someone who understands that the best defense is a good defense.
Who?
I wish I could tell you. Anyway, your 3 questions are up. Carry on. Since when is there a 3 questions rule? Hey, that's 4 now.
We might as well pick up an extra HP. This is rather nice. Looks like it's gonna be a while until we can afford our next upgrade, because both cost like well over 500. One even costs like 1,000. Well, he wasn't kidding when he said something big was up next. Well, no going back. We have weakened it. We must strike while the time is right. I messed up my escape. I missed. Well, I'm out of projectiles. Ow. Ah! Ow.
I love the little pain TJ noises.
It's wonderful. If you just sound like you get punched in the throat every time you take any damage whatsoever, you just immediately have content. It's great. Well, guess it's done. Never mind, it is not done. Gotta pick up some of that. I missed. I missed again. Ah, get back here. There we go. Like, thanks for destroying my golem? Well, you attacked first. What are you talking about? I've been digging through these caverns for centuries, and you just randomly engaged. No way. Way? No way. You know what? Fair enough. I see how you could have thought I was a threat. I guess my survival instincts kicked in a little too fast. I understand. It's all good. Look, I'm sorry I destroyed your golem, okay? Don't worry about it. I mean it, I'm sorry. It's alright. Honest mistake. So, how do I get out of here? Oh, I'll adjust the wind for you. Good luck on your quest. You can leave using the wind tunnel. Again, I don't mind our misunderstanding. Oh, let's continue then.
Yes, murder more golems. This time on purpose.
Dang. It really do be like that sometime. Off to the required swamp level. Or I guess marsh.
Well, I've done it. I have become the meme.
You've become the meme.
Yes, I went ahead and bought the technically not an upgrade because it makes me French.
That makes you French?
Yes. Baguette sabers.
Here we go. Baguettes are truly the most powerful weapon. I knew it.
They're a more eloquent weapon. To a more sophisticated age.
For a more sophisticated age. Oh god. I don't know about that one, but they are fantastic as a weapon, that's for sure. I hate these red mushrooms because their attacks are sort of like a shotgun spread that only sometimes works out for you. If you look at the faces of the mushrooms that I'm standing on, they actually do change in sync with the music. This is something that took me forever to notice, and only at the help of someone else.
Huh.
I don't remember who it was that initially told me it, but it is true that the faces of the mushrooms in this place do sync with the music. Ow. Ow.
I'm actually really glad that I have you here for when I decide to stream tonight. Because you're the guy who knows Hollow Knight.
Indeed, I am. Well, I'm one of the guys who knows Hollow Knight.
You're the more consistent reader for all that I need.
That's true.
Nothing against Joseph, but he has
His schedule does not really line up with yours.
exactly. Just like my schedule usually doesn't line up with yours for some reason.
It just happens sometimes. Really not a big deal. Ha! Fool! Oh my god, check that out on stream. It's great. Oh, I barely dodged that by going into the shop. It was great. Anyways, let's talk about the current area.
Welcome to Quillshroom Marsh, said no one ever.
Yeah, this place is eerie.
Tell me about it. I once had to look through the mud for an artifact. Gave up pretty quickly.
What happened to this area?
Legend says it used to be ruled by a monstrosity called the Primal Fear, until a brave monk defeated it. Both were very mighty indeed, but with its final breath, the Primal Fear cursed the monk forever.
Cursed.
Legend also says that the monk still roams the marsh to this day, turning any trespassers into fungi.
Oh, great.
No one knows whether any of that is true, but yeah, I'd pick up the pace if I were you.
Let's talk about the Emerald Golem.
I still can't believe you defeated the Emerald Golem. Did you get a chance to understand its motive?
That thing wasn't evil, it was just digging away.
What? You mean all these messengers that were killed?
All a misunderstanding.
Wow.
Do you have any stories to share?
Of course, here's one for you. There once was a messenger who kept asking for stories. Even though he was supposed to move on with his very important quest, he just couldn't get enough. The shopkeeper, living in a void outside of time, was connected to all eras, and so at first was happy to share the myths and legends encountered over decades of traveling. Alas, the messenger never seemed to appreciate the morals or takeaways, so the shopkeeper decided to be done with the stories thing. The end.
No way! I liked your stories. Come on.
Maybe later, we'll see.
Man, I can't believe he didn't tell us a story. Truly a sad day.
I mean, technically, he did.
Indeed.
He said he was done with stories, but he told you that. And he told you that
In the story format. Indeed. Ow. It's one last time shard. I will collect it. Ow. Ow. Rude. No! Ah! I clung to the wall. I clung to the door and it got my timing so messed up I died. Sorry about the pain, but I can't pay myself back if death isn't confirmed. He's got a point.
Yeah.
Ow. I don't want to talk about that one. That was just bad.
Or you could have watched your step.
I don't disagree. But where's the fun in that?
Exactly.
Co-commentator Jeff just like, he gets it.
I mean, like, you can't disagree with a statement about your own death.
But... Ow. Ow. Alright, let's try this again, except hopefully not get stuck on the door this time. Ow. Rude. And the shotgun got me. I'm not sure whether the enemy has good aim, or you just walked into that one. I didn't walk into
Shotgun
it.
spread is difficult. Like, dodge. I think it is in every game. Like, obviously, first-person shooters, like,
Have
there's
fun
not
dodging
really
a
a way to
shotgun at
dodge it.
that.
But like, any sort of bullet hell, or anything that you actually have to have the skill to dodge it, for some reason, it seems like shotguns are the worst thing for dodge.
It's because they go in a cone, so wherever you dodge, the bullets end up there anyway.
Exactly.
Saved by the bell. Thanks for touching those spikes, man. You just got me out of a very boring dinner. No problem. What I'm here for. I'm definitely doing this just to help out Corbel in his own mission.
Yeah, and dying before you can pay him off, so that way he doesn't ever actually get paid off.
No, he very much gets paid off. Even if he can't collect the full debt of a single death, he still collects debt from the death.
I was trying to make a portmanteau into debt and death.
Death.
Exactly.
Ready the death charges. It sounds like depth if, like, the person saying depth is very bad at speaking. Which I'm not going to say I'm good at speaking. We have more than enough proof of that. I'm just not even bothering. I literally just ran the whole, like, way back to dodge and then got hit on the way back anyway. Alright, let's try this again this time and not cling to the door. That's better. Save point. Now if I die embarrassingly, I at least get a bit further along. Ow. Oh, I'm literally not even a place where he can reach, and he's still trying to hit me with a shotgun. Dedicated enemies. There we go. Bonk. Finally! We've made it to the boss room checkpoint. Be careful! I sense a fallen up ahead. Fallen? It's how we call messengers whose quest came to a tragic end, their power corrupted by demon magic. Why are you so serious all of a sudden? Because it doesn't get more serious than a rogue messenger about to unleash on you. And with these stories about a monk, if it really is that one monk. What are you talking about? About you meeting your match. Good luck.
So, how do you say like Oregon? Is it like, or do
I
you
say
think,
Oregon.
Like, it's,
Hey,
yeah,
Kenneth.
'cause I know people say Oregon, and I know some people say Oregon. So if both of those are technically correct to say oregano,
Oregano.
oregano.
Oh god, I'm ready for the oregano trail. Anyways, I have died enough times to create a new upgrade in the shop. Devil's Due. Reduce Quarble's fine for saving your life by 50%. I still can't afford it yet, though.
No, I can't play with you.
Well, looks like it's time to fight the random monk that the shopkeeper brought up. Well, well, well. It seems we have an intruder. You need to get out of here. This place is filled with monsters. Oh, did my quill shrooms scare you? So it's true. Don't like my army? It's a shame, really, since you are about to join it. Wait, that scroll. It couldn't be. No, impossible. Kneel before your queen and receive the curse of quills. I'd rather not. I don't want to talk about it. Ow. That's not what was intended to happen there, but she just double jumped off my face.
Hmm.
I did not dodge that correctly.
Yeah, no, you didn't.
There I did.
It'd be hilarious if you get through like the entire Ninja Gaiden part by the time the stream ends.
It would be pretty funny. I mean, it's not super long. Granted, I'm also
Yeah.
not super good at it.
Yeah, but like literally, like you already are at the Metroidvania part by your second stream of it.
It wouldn't be out of the question, that's for sure. Bonk. Now wait a second. Who do you think you
Hell
are?
or hell.
Let's rock. I'm Quilble. Quilble? This name makes no sense. Why have I never seen you before? I was exiled a long time ago, when I got cursed along with my messenger. That voice, are you out of here? You bet. See ya, sucker.
Doesn't even resurrect his messenger. It's just like, nah.
See you
I'm
later.
here to
man.
make an announcement.
I have
my
come to
messenger-
make an announcement.
My messenger is a bitch ass motherfucker.
Oh god.
She pissed on my wife. She said her dick was this big.
Oh god. This is a cursed
No
headcanon,
quills.
but I love it.
This is my dick. No quill.
Anyways, it appears
What do
as
you
though we
think about
cannot
that?
pass
Because of
you.
the curse of the quill.
That is a pretty big curse. Congratulations, you made it to the base of the mountain. Almost there. Do you know what this means? I don't know. Does it mean you have another dialogue trap for me? What? Oh, so you're just going to try and steal my character like that? I guess you think you deserve a prize. No? Well, you do. Plus, you will never be able to make the climb without the rope dart. The rope dart? Don't overthink it. Everyone will probably end up calling it the grappling hook anyway. Here. You got the rope dart. Press B to throw. Try it on rings, lanterns, walls, and enemies.
See, the perfect joke to make there, right, would have been, everyone's probably going to call it the grappling hook anyway. You got the grappling hook.
That would be pretty funny. Anyways, let's have a chat about the monk. About that monk. It is as I feared. Our most promising messenger did not die, but was instead cursed forever. She became the Queen of Quills. How did that happen? This is a tale for another time. So, thanks for the rope dart? Oh, did you think that was an awkward interaction? You could say that. Clearly you never had to tell your boss that your little experiment went wrong, permanently impacting one of your colleagues. Hey, I heard that! Anyways, you can use it on rings, lanterns, walls, and enemies. Go nuts! Do you have any stories to share? Of course, here's one for you. It's a story I once told the guy who hooked me up with the music for my shop. There once was a village struggling to figure out who the werewolf was. People kept dying every full moon, and very gorily at that. One day, a brave young couple decided to venture into the woods. He would be the hunter, and she the bait. As one would expect from such a cliched setting, they got separated and our hunter faced off alone against the beast near a cliff. After 15 minutes of a literal uphill battle, the hunter managed to chop off the werewolf's paw with his axe, just as it was attempting to choke him. The hunter then ran for his life, severed paw still clutched to his throat. By the time he got home, the sun was up and he found his fiancée bleeding, also badly wounded. The paw in his throat had reverted to its human form, and at that moment he noticed it was wearing a ring he had purchased a few days ago. The end. Whoa, that was spooky. I'm still looking for a title. Any suggestions? What about The Werewolf Bride? Wow, great idea. Really? No, not really. You put the reveal in the title. He's got a point.
Yeah.
Anyway, I still can't afford any upgrades, so we continue. Here's the rope dart. It is a very fast mechanism, and you get to try it on enemies. It's like inverse scorpion hook. You get over there instead of saying get over here. It's a great tool for helping us move faster, to say the least. It's a surprise tool that will help us later. Can I just say I love that meme format for some reason? It's a great meme format. Very applicable. Ow. Ah yes, use the spikes to armor through every other obstacle. The best idea.
That's the only way to play the game.
Indeed.
That is, in essence, the smell of the game.
Not wrong. Anyways, I have finally earned enough money to make Quarble steal less money every time I die.
I've earned enough money to make him not take as much money.
Indeed. Don't think I don't see these. I don't want to talk about that. That's better. Stop chasing me. I warned you. Ow. Ow. I'm good at this game. Debatably.
Debatably. Ouch.
For what it's worth, I have completed the game. I'm just, Sometimes my brain refuses to work properly. Which I feel like a lot of people feel like that.
Yeah.
Are you one of said people?
Yeah.
Understandable. I'm also one of said people. I don't believe he has anything new to tell us, so we're just going to keep going on with our adventure.
Man, I feel like I'm really gonna be like riding on your coattails for the stream tonight. You're playing a platformer? I'll be playing a platformer.
A match made in heaven or hell. Let's rock!
Let's rock.
Oh, God. Notably not a... I thought that would work. I was wrong.
You rock too hard.
I love the idea of a match made in heaven or hell.
I feel like that's just what you get when you try to combine the fucking, like, the big, like, the opening words to a fight in Cuphead and Guilty Gear. It's just sure to be a swell match. Swell to, you know, it's just sure to be a swell match in heaven or hell.
Yeah. Also takes the whole match made in heaven thing, and just like, yeah, I'm not actually sure about that. This is cursed as hell. But then we go unbroken anyways, because that's just that's the show must go on and such. Anyway, as you can imagine, using the rope dart in combination with things like the wingsuit gets really fun really fast.
Understandable. In case it's not obvious, I do love just the overall feel of the game with like the whole 8-bit aesthetic and the music that just feels all chiptune. It's just wonderful. Like, I believe I've gone on record saying stuff like, earlier this stream I mentioned that I do like the first Castlevania despite being really bad at it. And I do like the first Ninja Gaiden despite being really bad at it. I don't know, I just have a thing for older games. Like, I'm gonna be streaming Earthbound eventually, it's gonna be great. But before that, I'm probably gonna do Kingdom Hearts. And probably Chrono Trigger. And probably Recon. Man, I can't wait
Unless...
for you guys to play Melody of Memory.
It's gonna be great. I don't know. Me playing Recon or not depends on if the Switch Game Boy... Switch?
Switch.
No, but me playing Recom or GBA-com depends on if the Switch League... I can't say Switch League. But it depends on if the Switch leaks are true or not. I can't say Switch leaks. I just say Switch. But it depends on if the Switch leaks are true or not, and the Game Boy Advance is coming to NSO.
Yeah.
I seriously hope they do. Like, if Game Boy Advance comes to NSO, Nintendo Switch Online, it can only make them more money. Like, you can't tell me otherwise.
Yeah. No, it was straight up.
Best idea they've had in ages. It better be true.
See,
I'm here, Nintendo.
So,
I'm here.
have you seen, like, obviously I'm pretty sure you've seen the Cage 4 trailer. But did you see the other game that was in that trailer?
I did not.
It was another mobile.
Oh right, a mobile game. Yeah, like Dark
That
Missing
has-
Link or something.
Yeah, Missing Link. Or something, yeah, something like that. But it has the graphics level of fucking Cage 3.
Here we go. As a mobile game. Anyways, it is time to chat about
Really
the level
coming up in
boss.
the world.
Do you remember the level boss of the Searing Crags, Jeff? Gonna be great. Looks like the boss is up. Surely you mean the boss says. Bosses? Bosses. The bosses are up. I need to fight more than one boss here. Well, technically it's more like personal training than an actual fight. What? Don't let me ruin it. Go see for yourself. I guess we'll see for ourselves then.
I think you're progressively getting higher and higher pitch with the shopkeeper's voice.
Eventually he's just gonna turn into like an actual chipmunk. It's gonna be great. Another day, another stew simmering. Oh yeah!
Oh yeah.
Mountain life is a blast, but I miss seeing adventurers pass by. I hear ya. Remember humans? You bet I do. They were almost as interesting as obvious foreshadowing. Oh look! A human! Who would have thought?
Oh, man.
Yo, Coloss! Check this little guy out. Whoa, sisses! See that scroll? Hey, little guy, are you the carrier? Don't be silly, susses. Everyone knows it's the runner. You're confused, Coloss. I'm pretty sure it's the envoy. No, you've misconstrued, susses. It's actually the emissary. Come on, Coloss. I think I remember it being the courier. Seriously, susses, how about we agree on the message bearer? Can do, Coloss.
So close.
Wanna test the message bearer's sportsmanship? I thought you'd never ask, susses. Let's see what you got, little guy. Well, he was right about fighting two of them. I don't want to be locker room towel slapped.
You don't want to be an American idiot?
Ah, shit. I'm like having a stroke trying to think of the next line, even though I love that song. I'm like, which verse? Ow. He elbow dropped me.
Ow.
My weakness.
I just had an NPC tell me, you are much more intelligent than you look, my friend. Fucking quiz you're looking at.
Damn. Basically, each one of these guys has a different weak spot. The orange one can be hit from the back, and the green one can be hit from the front. And he really wants to hit me with his loincloth towel snap. Ark! I died like the instant your phone went on. How you manage your budget is up to you, but I'd recommend dodging these in the future. Got it.
My phone has way too perfective timing.
Indeed, I've only ever met one other person who has such good timing for their phone, and that's Reyes.
Oh no.
His notification sound is the Roblox oof, so I'm sure you can imagine how well that goes over.
Yep.
Obviously, I just wanted to demonstrate what happens if you die to these guys and re-enter the boss fight instantly. I mean, look at how well I'm doing.
I mean, yeah, that was a testing death. It was
Yeah.
a real death.
I've got to show off everything I can, right? Ow.
Obviously, you've got to show everything off like your favorite YouTuber, Chugga Convoy.
Chugga choo choo. That's him.
Just Chugga Convoy.
Concern it, Coloss. The postman packs quite a punch. Savvily stated, susses. We like you, little guy. What do you reckon, Coloss? He probably needs to reach the top of our mountain. Seems so, susses. I say we help out. Confirmed, Coloss. Let's do this. Thanks for the workout, little guy. Now don't move. This might sting a little.
The
Wait, what?
voices that you've given them just remind me, the name's Raccoon.
It rhymes with doom, and you're gonna be hurting all too soon. Anyways, time to climb the mountain. Ready, Colossus. Set, susses. Hut! Ow. Well, I'm hungry now. Shall we snack, Colossus? I dissent, susses. We promised not to eat until our power thistle was ready to be added to the pot. I forgot completely, Colossus. Surely its magical properties will make us even stronger. It will be succulent, susses. It will be con carne, Colossus. Let's sit by the stew until the thistle is fully grown.
That's news freaking fucking rock.
Well, we've made it to the glacial peak. We must now find the 3 sages. Man, I can't believe the game's already about to end, right? And the last, right? Ow.
Wait, before you go, I have one more question for you. What do the people think of Sonic Adventure in the future?
Adventure 1 or Adventure 2?
Damn it!
I love that video. It's so good. Check up Jet, spelled J-E-H-T-T, if you want to know what we're referencing. Anyways, we have once more reached the shopkeeper. I'm finally near the mountain summit. Looks like my adventure is about to come to an end.
Clearly you haven't watched the trailer.
Pardon?
Never mind. Hey, it's cold and slippery out
Never
there.
mind.
Be careful.
Do you have any stories to share?
Of course. Here's one for you. There once was a village settled in a land of ice and snow. Food was scarce, but not as much as heat. Their elders spoke of a lush grove, safe, abundant, and with comfortable weather to boot. The only problem was, that grove lay on the other side of a permanent hailstorm which would take weeks to cross.
Okay, I don't know what it is about my voice for the messenger, but it really makes me want to yawn. Not the messenger, the shopkeeper. It's very problematic.
I have to ask, are you intentionally bringing the voice up higher and higher?
At this point, no, but I can never remember how high I said it initially, so it just keeps happening.
One day, a brave couple I can't speak. A brave couple left their young boy behind to attempt what the village called the Trek. They would scout all the way to the grove and confirm its existence, then come back to the village and lead everyone to a better life. Like all who attempted the trek before them, they sadly and predictably never came back. Over the following decades, that boy grew up with only one goal in mind, to take on the Trek himself and find his parents alive at the grove or dead in the ice. Figuring they may have simply been ill-prepared, he trained every day until he was 5 years older than his parents when they when they left for the trek, then set off for his own attempt. The hailstorm's first bite wasn't as bad as he thought it would be, but the ice-cold soil slowly worked its way into his bones. After days of walking through the storm without realizing it was all just a metaphor playing out in his troubled young adult mind, he stumbled upon no pun intended, chilling sight. His parents, frozen solid in a block of ice. The shock was too strong. He remained there, cursing, pondering, and cursing again, until the cold took him to become a part of the ice block. The end.
What?
What do you mean, what?
No moral, or at least a proper ending?
Sometimes stories can be harsh. It might just be the very message they mean to convey about life. You need to think about what transpired and find your own takeaways. There are no wrong answers, as long as they ring true to you.
Maybe, but this one really felt like a pointless story.
And it just might be the case that for you it was. Or you could consider the implications of our adventurer being 5 years older than his parents when he found them. Can you imagine
gazing upon those who were your protectors and mentors, realizing they are actually younger than you. Your bearers of truth, the wise ones, those you aspired to be like. A harsh reality indeed. You thought they knew it all, had it all figured out, that they were centered and filled with purpose. Yet there you stand, beholding the one pillar you ever took for granted and used for stability, physically crystallized, yet mentally shattered before your very eyes. Had they really found inner peace already when you knew them, meaning you're the one who missed the mark, or were they simply excellent actors? Food for thought, huh?
Yes, that's enough.
Remember, this is all subjective. I shared but one angle.
For what it's worth, I really do think the shopkeeper stories add a lot to the narrative of this game, even if they're not actually directly related.
Oh yeah.
Save point, my favorite.
That's all you really say.
You know, it just occurred to me, I've called a lot of things my favorite over the course of this one episode so far. Because I believe I've said money's my favorite, and then I also said the save points, but I feel like I've said something else was my favorite. I can't remember what.
Obviously not remembering what it was is your favorite.
Indeed.
The loss of memory is your favorite.
I wish that was a lie. Another shop save point. We love to see those. Not quite my favorite, but they're pretty good.
So off of what you said there, just like I wish that was a lie. I started to think of like so you have a loss of memory king, and I was like so you have an amnesia king, and then I immediately thought Japan has an amnesia king. How many JRPGs start with you fucking getting amnesia?
Not wrong. Though unfortunately it is not a kink, it is simply the life I've been living. I frankly don't remember a lot about things that happened before 2020, and yeah, it is unfortunate, but I have made it work.
The last thing I remember from something before 2020 was 2016, when they shot the damn gorilla, and then everything went downhill from there.
Honestly, though. Man, I can't believe we're bringing up Harambe in 2022.
Harambe's death was a Nexus event.
It really was. It is unfortunate. Hey look, it's the violent stranger from earlier. I believe we last encountered him in Bamboo Grove. I could be wrong about that. Ow. Ow. I do believe I said before that my track record against this guy is historically not very great. Anyway, he's gone now. I don't want to talk about that. Please tell me.
Oh! It just showed up on my side.
Oh, God. Such blind confidence. Straight into death. I didn't read what he said. Shit. Hey, I'll be visiting the shopkeeper later. Oh god. My stream delay. Ow. Okay, let's not jump into the spikes this time. Let's check out what's up here. Ow. I got shot, but it did heal me upon its death, so you know what? We take those.
Around here, we take that.
And another artifact? Crushed. We do like destroying ancient property here.
You could even say it's our favorite thing.
Not quite our favorite, but it's a close, I don't know, fifth. We do like a lot of things here.
We look like and lack a lot of things here.
Indeed. Alright, another save point. Good, because I don't want to fight Mysterious Stranger again. I called him Violent Stranger, that's what I called him.
Violent stranger?
Violent Stranger. Violence Stranger. Violence guy is my favorite guy. How'd you know?
He was pretty up.
Actually, though, I'm trying to think of who my favorite person named or at least referred to as Guy is, and there's a lot more than I'd like to admit. Because, like, think about it. You got like Guy Fieri, you got like Might Guy from Naruto, you got like shit. There's more guys. I'm blanking. There's Guy from Final Fantasy II. There's Guy from Tales of the Abyss specifically. The shopkeeper isn't here. You know what that means? Cabinet time!
You really thought it would be that easy?
Shit! Well, he left again.
I told you already, the cabinet is off limits. Please stop. We're not doing a special edition of the cabinet round. I mean it. Don't be that guy. You're being that guy. Fine, be that guy. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Crazy how countdowns give the feeling something is about to happen, huh? But yeah, I got nothing. If you're hoping for something special, just give up the cabinet thing already. The cool stuff is up ahead. Did I ever tell you about the guy who stayed late on a Friday night and started writing optional dialogue to add comedic value for those who will bother looking? Imagine reading his ramblings. By the way, if you feel like the cabinet thing is overdone at this point, I agree, but it's totally on you for keeping on trying to open it. Seriously, you can stop this right now. I mean it, you have the power. Only you can put an end to this optional bit. Which is good, because I got things to do. If I repeat the same thing 3 times, will you think I'm out of flavor text? We're done here. We're done here. We're done here. I can't believe you. Why won't you move on to something productive? Like maybe advancing the quest you're supposed to care about? I'm not gonna lie though, when the time comes, opening the cabinet will blow your mind. And I'm confident in saying this, even though I know you will be expecting a surprise. So how do you surprise someone who's expecting a surprise? With a meta plot twist, that's how. Now if you want to know what it is, move on already. I promise it's the fastest way. You're not opening that until the script says you get to anyway. Okay, I'll start looping back to the beginning now. You really thought it would be that easy? I told you already, the cabinet is off limits. Please stop. Come on, that was a good trick. How are you still trying to open this? I thought you would give up when it looked like I was looping. If you keep doing that, you will have to sit through a boring tirade. It will be boring and philosophical, and I'll even remove your ability to skip what I'm saying. Fine. Here's some insights from Jordan the Wise for you. Life is going to come at you hard, so there are a few things you should know. Most important of all is realizing that you have something to offer the world. But in order to do that, you first need to sort yourself out. Lending your ear to the lessons contained in the stories of old is not a bad place to start. You see, as human conscience grew in knowledge, it equally grew in arrogance. We seem to be at this point where the value of stories is lost on us all. Not really caring about morals anymore, we are simply looking to be entertained. But our power on our subconscious is by no means hindered by our intellectual pride. Stories send a clear message to our being, and when told properly, can offer guidance in how to live our lives, impacting us in ways we sometimes don't even notice. In fact, recurring themes more often than not represent archetypes and contain lessons on how to or how not to behave. Consider dragons for a moment. Fantasy stories always seem to have them hoarding treasure. Not coincidentally at all, two of the biggest innate fears in mammals are fire and reptiles. So dragons are really a metaphor representing that which you fear the most. Now, why would an immortal fire-breathing reptile care to sleep on a pile of gold? The answer can be read between the lines. The treasure you seek is guarded by your greatest fear. Don't get me wrong, the pile of gold is as much a metaphor here as is the mighty beast that doesn't even exist. Find your dragon and slay it, then your treasure will be revealed. This is the wisdom storytellers of old were trying to convey, only they didn't have the scientific method, a framework by which to structure arguments, or even a high IQ audience. The lesson isn't any less important or relevant today, however. That which you most need to discover within yourself is hidden where you least want to look. Now ask yourself, why were you so curious about my cabinet? Are you a very conscientious person, adamant on leaving no stones unturned? Or have you not mastered your insecurities, and the fear of missing out is what's really driving you at this moment? Maybe you are simply hoping to get a laugh out of some unexpected one-liner. Because I'll admit we both know I could kill the mood right now and tell you about how a depressed clown once attempted to lift his mood by eating bowls of confetti. What I'm getting at is, regardless of your motive here, you have clearly demonstrated curiosity and faith that the world holds surprises for those who take an honest look. While that can certainly be said about the world, it's even more true about your inner self. Now, whether that is scary, insightful, or encouraging depends entirely on how far you have made it on your personal growth journey. Life is made of many exams, most of which will present themselves to you more than once. Betrayal, joy, illness, adventure, treason, cooperation, purpose, loneliness, warmth, loyalty. Indeed, just like stories old and new, life has recurring themes when testing humans. The important part is not whether or not you pass each test, but that you show up, acknowledge your score, and ponder how it can inform who you should become. From there, everything is there inside of you to help you find your own way. Who knows, the underlying meaning of the messenger story might even hit you eventually. But for now, let's get back to your adventure. You really thought it would be that easy? Well, shit. I guess we have to continue. Oh, he made it! Does this mean we can do the thing? Keep your hood on, Shorty. He still needs to pass the final test. But I want to do the thing. Now, we need to see how attuned to the scroll he really is. Great. Take it away, Prophet. Welcome, messenger. Please hold the scroll aloft so that the prophecy might be fulfilled. See, I told you he was slow. Yeah, you weren't kidding. Please hold the scroll higher than that so that the prophecy might be fulfilled.
I return.
Hello. We are fulfilling the prophecy.
Yes.
He made it. Of all would-be messengers, him... Please pull this off. I really want to do the thing. A gauntlet awaits you, messenger. Should you survive, find us at the top of the Tower of Time. Well, only one thing to do. Tower of Time. We have now made it to perhaps the single hardest challenge we have encountered as of yet. I'm having a stroke while trying to say this and sound cool. It's just not coming out that way.
Yeah.
Anyways, as you can imagine, this place is full of timing gimmicks. Which, if you know anything about me from Celeste, I suck at timing. Anyways, we now get to see the true interior of the shop. I'm sorry, what? Ah yes, the big reveal. Indeed, my dear adventurer, you had been teleporting into this very room all along. So, where are we? In the Tower of Time. And where is that? Surely you mean when? To be honest, I don't really know. The tower is a device that travels through time. It manifests to test messengers who are deemed worthy, in order to relocate them as needed. Where will it take me? When? It will take you to the time most in need of a messenger. That is, if the tower doesn't kill you, of course. Need anything? Might as well have a chat. You have any stories to share? Of course, here's one for you. There once was a land filled with bogs. And these bogs, they were filled with evil monsters. Sleeping underwater during the day, they were kept at bay by the moon during nighttime. Well, when she was kind enough to be around. After all, the moon was free to travel through space and often felt like shining her light on other realms. One day, the moon got bored and decided to visit the bogland in human form. Wearing a cloak so that her light wouldn't shine through, she hoped to catch a glance of the evil creatures. Getting more than people wandering haphazardly in cursed lands usually bargain for, she encountered a man fleeing from a small pack of monsters. Confident in her power, she removed her cloak, creating a glittering aura of protection to help the man escape. Escape he did, but as he looked back, he could see that his savior had put her cloak back on a little too soon. She was captured by the creatures, who then buried her under a rock so that her light would never shine again. They would rule the night. But our survivor was quick to gather a group of peasants who went to remove the big rock and set the moon free. A strong bond was formed on that day, and she decided to become their guardian. To this day, the moon is there to guide human travelers through the night. The end. Oh, I like that one. I guess it speaks to the power of cooperation. Maybe. To be honest, I only wanted to use the word haphazardly in a story. Fair enough. Well, time to continue. I don't want to talk about that one. Don't think I don't see you, breakable wall.
Oh my god, it's Celeste all over again.
Indeed. I don't want to talk about that one. I'm starting to think you just want to find out when these death quotes will start looping. Obviously. Why else would I be here?
Oh man.
Ow.
After the stream delay, like, just seeing that, man, wonderful.
Man, I'm so good at this game. Like, no one's ever been as good at this game as I am.
Obviously.
God, why am I stupid?
12 deaths already. Is that controller functioning properly?
Yeah, the controller's fine. My brain isn't, though. Ow. Alright, I may have wasted literally every projectile I had available, but it was totally worth it. I forgot what I was supposed to be doing here. Please!
Yo, yo, yo.
Hey!
Playing
How are you? We're playing The Messenger. We finished Celeste, so we have a new one that I am very obviously good at.
TJ is the best.
He is.
Let his 37,000 deaths tell you anything else.
He is the best. He always is.
That is certainly one way of interpreting it.
We're gonna make this another cooking stream.
Another cooking stream, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Are you adding 12 whole cloves of garlic?
No. No
Nothing like
garlic
that?
today.
No garlic today?
It's not even just cloves of garlic, it was like whole heads of garlic.
Right, that's what it was.
Sounds like the perfect recipe to me.
I see nothing wrong with it.
If Wario can do it, so can I.
We're making empanadas today.
We do love empanadas here.
Now, have I made empanadas before? Absolutely not.
That's precisely why we're making them today.
On the premier cooking Twitch channel. Protagonist.
Indeed. We have finally collected the power seal, and now it is time to venture back.
And now it is time to kill Chaos.
I must kill Chaos. Whatever happened to Stranger of Paradise?
Apparently, so it's released, but apparently people have about the same, like, phrases and gripes with it as the original.
Hmm. And when you say the original, I assume you mean, like, the, beta?
FF1.
Oh, FF1? Huh.
Yeah.
Intriguing.
'Cause it's basically the same story, just rewritten. Like, not rewritten, but, like, retold.
Retold, but with an
Updated.
edgy protagonist instead of just, like, whatever nameless characters you get to throw together in FF1.
Yeah.
Checks
Yeah,
out.
like, quite literally, I actually got, like, I just saw, like, one of the main things that they were, like, people were commending Stranger of Paradise on was how, like, they were like, the story's so bad it's good. With such cheesy lines as, I'm here to kill Chaos. I'm like, wow, okay.
On one hand, checks
That's
out.
wonderful. Tier dialogue rating. Couldn't do better myself.
You know what game really has top tier dialogue writing? The Messenger.
Toontown.
Toontown 2. Oh god, imagine an actual second Toontown game. Now we're getting somewhere.
Obviously, then they've got to bring you onto the team. You know, the loneliest man in Toontown.
Indeed. That is my title. Why do I feel like there's something down here? Nope, that's just for if you mess up. Man, I still can't get over... Time to give the loneliest man in Toontown his goldfish back. Oh, hey, TJ.
It wasn't even, oh hey, it's just, hi TJ.
Oh, that would be it.
Immediately after. Because with oh hey TJ, it sounds like...
Oh, hi, Mark.
Like, yeah,
The room.
oh, hi Mark.
Did not hit her. I did not.
It's bullshit, I did not. Oh hi Mark.
Movie's top tier, best spoons.
I don't want to talk about that one. Or you could have watched your step. Gee, why would I ever do that?
Am I the only one who's had the sudden urge to rewatch old movies from their childhood? Well, specifically, a specific movie. You may know of it, you may not. Everyone probably does. But Meet the Robinsons.
Man, I fucking love Meet the Robinsons.
Such a good movie.
Way better than it has any right to be.
Hey, cool binder. Hey, you want to come over to my house?
They hated me. Oh god. It's so funny. Ow. Demon Eye, please. No! I got hit by an enemy and stopped me from getting
Or one of my other favorite lines. Let's see. Take responsibility for my own life or blame you.
Oh god, Bowler Hat Guy is just the best character. They're all the best characters though. I don't want to talk about that one. Man, I don't know what it is. I've just not been... I seem to have forgotten how platforming works when I'm in the Tower of Time. Like, this is certainly the hardest we've encountered so far, but that doesn't mean I should be having this much trouble. As I do the exact same thing again. I did not see how many deaths that Corbel has prevented. I think it's like 18 now? That sounds about right.
When the recipe calls for a stick of butter and all you have is the butter in the jar.
It's like, well, time to guess how much a stick of butter is.
A lot.
Indeed.
A lot more than you think it is.
It's a cup.
I think it's 3/4 of a cup.
Still a lot.
Wait, is it?
That's what my measuring cup says. It says 6 ounces of butter. Yeah, 6 ounces of butter is 3/4 of a cup. 8 ounces of butter is a whole cup. So it depends on the stick of butter, I guess.
Now, are we talking American butter?
Ow.
It's the whole thing. It's just all. It's
Just
the whole thing.
the entire thing. Conveniently, there was a shortcut here. Also, I need to test something out real quick. Not that. I did not want to test that out. I need to know.
That's the butter.
That is not breakable. I was under the impression it was for some reason. These, however, are breakable.
Oh yeah, so I learned the other day that there's something that you can do that's really interesting.
Yeah?
Apparently, you can sue people for loss of enjoyment in life.
Impressive.
Huh.
Yeah.
I don't know who is exactly responsible other than me. I can't sue myself, that would be counterintuitive.
Yeah.
That's precisely why we do it.
But yeah, I learned that, and that's just really interesting to me that you can
Do that?
sue someone for the loss of enjoyment in life.
It's just such an interesting thing to sue for.
Exactly.
Like, who on earth would do it? I don't know. Probably a lot of people out there who would, if we're being honest. Now that's a problem.
I work for you. Of course I have no enjoyment in life.
The butter part.
New save point.
butter.
Delicious. Living outside of time, I tend to lose track. Have we met before from your perspective? Oddly enough, yes. Ah! Zigged when you should have zagged.
TJ is dying more than once.
More than is medically advised.
More than is medically advised. That's pretty good.
That's a good way of putting it.
Now you may ask, how many is medically advised? That it would be a resounding no.
Resounding no.
Not even a number, not even like 0, just a resounding no.
Yeah, that would check out. Of what little I do know of medical science, that does check out. I don't want to talk about that one. I'd visit that shopkeeper from time to time. 24 deaths is a bit worrying. Just a bit.
Just TJ showing off his God Gamer hood.
Yeah, I gotta show the experience for someone who hasn't beaten this game before, right?
Yeah, at least 7 times.
Yeah.
Only a true master can show off how a new player does it so expertly.
I believe we've had this conversation, like, I don't even know how many times before, but it keeps popping up.
Yeah, it was originally in Celeste.
That would check out. Ah! Well, that's the 25. If someone's watching, you can pretend you just wanted to show them how I always have random contextual insults when you die. Indeed, that's what it's here for. Jeff's got it right. I'm obviously demonstrating not only the new experience, but also the
I think my favorite one that he says is when you go into a pit and he's like, "Did your older brother tell you that was a shortcut? Mine used to do that to me all the time."
Yeah. I don't know, I just think Corbel's great. Like, here's another one. It's like, they told me I was better than the outdated lives and continuous system. Which, to be fair, I do think Corbel is better than the outdated lives and continuous system in question.
Yeah.
If someone's watching, you can always pretend there was input lag. Come on. Dang input lag. Dang input lag. 219 time shards in. I'm feeling some acid reflux. Maybe swallowing them isn't a good idea. He's made so much money off of me, he literally has no idea what to do with it.
He just started eating into money.
Delicious.
Truly.
I will get that time shard eventually. Not time shard, that power seal eventually. I don't want to talk about it. I see things spinning and I can't comprehend it. I've saved your life 28 times already.
Is this a Carnage shit mother situation?
No, because I'm not doing anything special that requires me to shout an anime attack name. That is when it becomes a Carnage shit mother situation. But unfortunately, I do not have any of the style or grace of Patrick Sites, so I can't pull it off quite as well. Speaking of, mad props to Patrick Sites. I think he's a great voice actor.
Oh yeah.
Shout
out to Patrick Sites, gotta be one of my favorite genders.
There was I think he was like, got in a Twitter feud with Arxis. They're like, he's like, haven't played enough BlazBlue. And they're like, why not? And he's like, Maybe I would if you'd let me back for Central Fiction. I don't know. Patrick Seitz is just hilarious. I love him. On the bright side, we have collected that power seal finally. So we get to continue further on. Alright, now we've got a room where the gimmick is these pink crystals set off timers, and these blue crystals are teleporters. So we need to get through this room before these timers go off. I have done it. I'm not gonna lie, I thought I'd fail that one at least once or twice. Just gonna get on this.
See, I don't know what you're talking about. You can fail once. TJ and his god gamer status.
Indeed. I don't know why, but I'm just thinking of the Snapcube Sonic fan dub, the conversation between Silver and Mephiles about being a gamer.
Oh, yeah.
That just... Well, I'm not a gamer, so maybe they'll respect me. That just makes you a beta cuck. Oh, God. Anyways, we saw a perfectly centered save point. We know what's coming up. But first, we climb this room full of lasers.
We climb this laser full of room.
Well. Hello, shopkeeper. Wait, I thought the shop was physically behind that other door earlier. Oh, so this is the moment that got you. My shop is connected all over the world, and that's totally fine. But somehow it can't be in the same building twice? I can't believe you. Well, I was wrong about how much money we needed to get an upgrade, and I'm 13 off.
Oof.
There's nothing new to chat about, so we're just gonna head out. See you later, nerd. And so you made it through the test of will. Oh, we are so going to do the thing now. Prepare yourself, messenger, and behold the might of our order. You shall emerge as the chosen one, or not at all. I'm so used to hearing emerge as the victor, I literally didn't even read the text and had full confidence I'd say it correctly. Enough introductions. I'm going first. Okay, then. Well, someone's excited. I've been preparing this speech for decades, and he just... You'll get over it. Let's go. And now, we must face the three sages in their Megazord, I think. I don't know. Fool, you think you can keep me away? Those projectiles around you might actually entice me to stay away.
Exactly. It's tactical.
Ow. Actually, I'm gonna see something real quick. This might work. Ha! Fool!
Who needs to fight this boss properly when you can just float on top of it? Not me, apparently. Ah! Me, apparently!
And you should change your tune quick.
Yeah. Not like I don't do that regularly, if we're being honest.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's down. Oh, only one place left to go. Okay, I think he's coming. Please let me do the prophecy bit this time. I'm staying out of this. Do whatever you want. And so you made it through the test of might. Okay, what's next? To fulfill the prophecy, you must now pass the test of faith by taking the leap. The leap? The leap, yes. I don't get it. Well, test of faith, leap of faith. Makes sense, no?
Oh, just jump already.
Come on, I was trying to have an epic moment here. Now, hero, lend your courage to hope, and your strength to purpose. Then dive into your destiny to emerge as the one true messenger. Okay.
I can imagine you eating yourself before he says anything. Just that way he doesn't have the fucking satisfaction of going through his whole thing.
Oh, we look cool now. We got a hat. Our sword trail's different. We're in higher resolution. Goodbye, violent stranger. Well,
Violence Ranger!
my favorite Power Ranger, how did you know? The power of violence. Everyone's favorite power.
Go, Violence Ranger! Put that gun away.
But yeah, suddenly everything looks a lot sharper now. We've made it out of 8-bit and into 16. We'd love to see it.
8-bit, 16-bit, 64-bit.
What happened? I warped or something and everything looks different now. Hello?
Okay, that is a really cool hat. Seriously, wow.
Any idea what happened though?
Sorry, I just can't get over the hat. Need anything?
Yeah, let's get this upgrade.
Welcome to the Cloud Ruins, remnants of a civilization of giants that used to live in the sky.
This place is beautiful, but the structures feel precarious.
Yeah, bad place if you're afraid of heights.
How high am I?
You mean, in my opinion?
What?
Oh, geographically! Well, you entered the Tower of Time at the top of the mountain, and then exited through the top of the tower. So I'd say fairly high. Enjoy the sights! You mean, in my opinion?
No, the fact that you're still actively getting higher and higher with the voice.
Yeah. What's the deal with everything looking so different?
You know, I was wondering how you were going to deal with the implications of time travel. It seems ignorance really is bliss.
Pardon?
That moment in the Tower of Time,
Yeah?
it sent you to the future!
Neat.
Yes, precisely. Neat.
Do you have any stories to share?
Of course, here's one for you. There was once a starving little boy who never missed a chance to help his fellow villagers. One day, after helping an old man carry a heavy bundle of wheat, he was offered a loaf of bread. "Eat your fill, my boy. It is well deserved," he began. "But if you feel like helping even more, there are 2 gnomes hiding in the forest who are even hungrier than you are." Now that boy was an empathetic one. His mind was made up instantly. After a short hike, he found the gnomes and split the bread between the 2 of them, without even saving a bite for himself. "Thank you, kind little boy," the gnomes beamed. "It seems you have lifted our curse." Indeed, to punish them for their greed, a spirit had put them under a rather annoying spell. They were exiled to the forest, carrying a magic little mill capable of producing anything its bearer desired. But the little mill's magic would only be activated once the gnomes were fed by a stranger acting out of selfless generosity. To starve while carrying a relic promising abundance, a cruel fate indeed. Now you can imagine the little boy's surprise when he was given the magic item. "Name something you want while turning the crank to the right, and the little mill will produce an endless stream of it," the gnomes explained. "Turn it to the left and it will stop." After creating a huge pile of food for the 2 gnomes, the young boy went back to his village to help the populace with his newfound powers. But as he grew in popularity, his older sister grew in jealousy. One night, she couldn't take it anymore, and stole the little mill from her brother's bedside table, along with 2 leftover pies from that afternoon's feast. Adding insult to injury, she left on the family's fishing boat to reach new lands, hoping to have her turn in the role of the popular purveyor. Once out at sea, she decided to try one of the pies, which to her taste were lacking a little something. It was time to try that little mill's magic, she reckoned. "Give me salt," she said, turning the crank to the right. And salt she got. Heaps and heaps of it. Now, older sister had never bothered paying attention to how the mill could be stopped. "Stop! Little mill, stop!" she shouted, first annoyed, then worried, and finally panicked. Salt soon overflowed the boat itself, sinking it under the weight. It is said that the sunken little mill is still operational to this day, and is the reason why seawater is salty. The end. That was interesting, but it feels more like a kid's story explaining how things about the world we know the actual reason for. Tough crowd, huh? Why don't you tell me a story and I'll judge it? So, you're looking for additional takeaways? How about this? Seeing how Big Sister's anger led to her demise, irritated people were henceforth referred to as salty. Got him.
Yeah.
Oh, I got another one. Seeing how Big Sister's shortcomings as a little mill operator led to her demise, unqualified people were henceforth referred to as not being worth their salt. Hey, this is...
Be right back.
Alright. You should go. I'll keep on coming up with morals to do with salt. Ow. I didn't even notice floor spikes there.
Alright, I'm back.
Hello. I'll figure out this ring again. Close enough. I knew it. Time crystal deposit. Henceforth, irritated people were referred to as salty. The best moral of the story.
No, it was the fucking timing on that. Like, you have OBS open, so you're probably in steer mode, but just, and thus irritated people were referred to as salty. Boom.
Who's here?
I was just asking if you were salty. And then my headphones weren't working, and I was like, fuck.
That explains it.
All my commentary on the salty story. Gone.
Dang.
Hearing for a good minute. But that was such fucking hilarious timing. Just, and thus irritated people referred to as salty. Boom.
Ah, man. Conveniently, I am not the one who is irritated. Shopkeeper
It was a
probably
good
is.
story until he was like, "Oh, irritated people are salty." I'm just like,
No, that's what makes
that
it.
was the.
That turned it from a good story into a great story. What are you talking about?
Oh.
Looks like I'm not making it over there anytime soon. What I can do, however, is come over here. Wait a second. So, cool hat. Oh, you like that? Is it why you chose to wear one as well? What? Well, you have the same hat. No, I got it first. Oh, is that what you're going to tell yourself? Fine. I did have the hat first, and you were all over it. Right, yeah, all that happened, sure. It's true, though. Look, you can put your head in the sand all you want in an attempt to preserve your ego, but clearly it's not going to work on the person that was there when it all happened. I do love the shopkeeper.
He's an asshole.
That's precisely why I love him. He's the kind of character, he's the kind of person who I despise in real life, but I love in fiction. Anyways, dragon. We are getting chased by a dragon now. Perfectly average day.
Average today night for Shia LaBeouf.
Working in the forest. Actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf.
Conveniently, this dragon does not seem intent on not cannibalizing me because we're not the same species. At least not intent enough to follow us further into the ruins.
Yeah, because it doesn't want to hit it doesn't want to bonk its nose.
Understandable.
Like, have you ever bonked your nose?
It's painful. Also really makes me want to sneeze.
See, at a certain point there, I stopped feeling you there, Chief.
No? You've never wanted to sneeze after bonking your nose?
No.
When people get their nose pierced, sometimes they sneeze. It's such a awkward situation
Yeah.
because you have a needle in your nose, and then you have to sneeze.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's me and my army of teeny little potatoes. How many should I make? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 12 teeny little potatoes. Let's do more.
Here we go. Potatoes are great.
What sucks is I have to peel all of them.
Hmm.
All these teeny little potatoes. They're like tiny, tiny potatoes.
Hmm.
Because I wanted gold potatoes, but they didn't have the bigger gold potatoes. So I was like, fuck, I guess we'll get a bagger.
I just remember that my little brother tried to give himself a nickname earlier today.
Oh no.
Boom Boom Tea Baby.
No one's gonna call him that.
Exactly.
This is worse than King Explosion Murder.
It is much worse than King Explosion Murder.
Which is impressive. Sad, but impressive.
Then I asked what possessed him to try to go by that, and he goes, I read it in my quizzes. I was like, why?
Man, it's been a while since I've heard of Quizlet. I don't want to talk about that one. That was just bad. Oh, hi, I'm Corporal's coworker, Quibble. Apparently, I just had to see the face you make when you fall in a pit. Priceless indeed. Hello, Quibble. Quibble ain't dealing with a dragon, that's for sure.
Did you see his face?
I did.
Fuck. Alright, we've maintained a decent lead. Or gained back a decent lead. Now to properly maintain it this time. We've maintained it for long enough to get away from the dragon. Anyways, it is just about 4:50, meaning I have been streaming for roughly 3 hours. I believe we shall save our journeys in the Cloud Ruins and beyond for next time, because we shall prepare for another stream, it seems. Is this true, Gamer Jeff?
Yes.
Alright. Well, in that case, now seems about as good a time as any to switch to the end scene. You know, the legendary hang tight, I'll not be right back end screen.
The best. The best.
It is truly legendary. Anyways, yeah, come back on Friday for some Fire Emblem Iron Man. That definitely is not going poorly. We have not killed well over 10 people yet. Actually, I don't believe 10 people have died, but that's beyond. Anyways, Friday is some Fire Emblem. Saturday, we've got Games with Friends that still, I don't believe, have been decided on, but we'll figure it out. Monday, we've got more Symphonia. And back on Wednesday, we've got The Messenger again. We shall see you then.